Starting today, in an effort to crack down on extremely high electric bills, some Eversource customers may start to see a difference in their monthly rates.
Now, Western Mass's reporter Taylor Smith joining us live in studio this morning with what customers can expect and also what prompted this change. Taylor, what can you tell us?
Well, the State Department of Public Utilities announced these changes after an extensive investigation last year, David and Amanda, and they say this is just the first step to bringing customers some relief. Now, the Massachusetts Department of Public Utilities announced an order back in September, which requires Eversource and National Grid to change their current basic service periods for residential and small business customers to 6 months periods from February through July and August through January. The DPW says after an investigation into why rate increases were so high, it was revealed that it was due to wholesale energy marketing dynamics like the war in Ukraine. Now, the DPW says this decision is a better option to bring down prices for customers, and they will also continue to focus on supporting customers who may be struggling with their energy bills through various payment plans, through like assistance programs and energy efficient solutions. Now, the new rate schedule for Eversource customers will go into effect today, while also heading into the direction of clean energy sources. And I'm reporting live in the studio this morning, Taylor Smith, Western Mass News.
Taylor, thank you.